was a very important man in the town. He was a leader in the synagogue, and people listened to him. Jairus felt fear, his daughter gravely ill. She wasn't just feeling a little bad, she was so sick that Jairus was afraid she might die. But then Jairus remembered something. Jesus was in town. He had heard the stories. Jesus healed the sick, made blind people see, and even calmed storms. So Jairus ran as fast as he could to find Jesus. When Jairus saw Jesus, he fell at his feet. "Jesus, please come to my house. My little girl is very sick, but I know, if you touch her, she will be healed." Jesus smiled and said, "Let's go." But just as they started walking, something happened. A woman who had been sick for 12 years touched Jesus' robe, and he stopped to heal her. Jairus felt his heart racing. "Jesus, please hurry," he thought. He was worried, what if they were too late? While Jesus was still talking to the woman, some men came from Jairus' house. Their faces were sad. "Jairus, I'm so sorry. Your daughter has died. There's no need to bother Jesus anymore." Jairus froze. His worst fear had come true. Tears filled his eyes. But Jesus turned to Jairus and said something amazing. "Don't be afraid, just believe." When they got to Jairus' house, people were crying loudly. But Jesus told them, "She is not dead, she is just sleeping." Everyone laughed. They thought Jesus was wrong. But he took Jairus, his wife, and 3 of his disciples into the little girl's room. Jesus held her hand and said, "Little girl, get up." And immediately her eyes opened. She sat up. She was alive. Jairus and his wife were shocked and overjoyed. Their little girl was healed. Jesus smiled and said, "Give her something to eat." The lesson: trust in Jesus. Even when things seem impossible, Jesus has power over sickness, fear, and even death. Just like he told Jairus, he tells us too. Don't be afraid, just believe.